Sir, may I come in? Good morning, sir. Good morning to
Pardhuman.
everyone.
बैठो
Sir, may I sit?
बैठिए 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 बटन खोल के बैठो आराम से
जी, sir.
Pardhuman, you come from Rohtak district, huh?
Yes, sir.
What is unique to Rohtak?
Uh, Sir, there are several unique things about Rohtak.
Yes.
Sir, first of all, it's a historic city, and old name of the city is Khokra Kot. Simultaneously, it was a huge political center during the last regime, and also, sir, it is the sporting hub, including famous Olympian like Sakshi Malik is from Rohtak. Simultaneously, sir, huge transport and uh, roadways connectivity flows through the Rohtak. Also, it is also known as the heart of the Haryana.
Now tell me, why is it that the girls are doing so well in sports? Haryana girls are doing well, and other states which are neighboring, like even Punjab, Himachal, UP, Rajasthan, they're not doing so well. What is so special about Haryana?
Sir, there can be multiple factors that
Yes.
Haryana's girls are doing good, but I cannot say it is a overnight success, but it's a work in progress.
What have they done? What have they done differently from others?
Sir, first we promoted the sports policy of Haryana, promoted girls. Simultaneously, national efforts like Beti Bachao, Beti Badhao put it an impetus to it. Simultaneously, films like Dangal made impact on the lives of the community and the families. Also, it is seen like girls, if put to more effort and given same education as that of boys, they perform much well with more dedication and much more effort.
Do you think that more women sportsmen should be joining politics? Like one of your, wrestlers got elected as an MLA.
Sir,
You think it's a good idea?
Sir, women joining politics is a good idea. It will increase women empowerment. Recently, a constitutional amendment is passed in the parliament to increase women representation. So, if women join, this is a huge step. So, I think more women should join politics, and it will create a more robust democracy and create democracy for the people, of the people, and by the people.
But the Supreme Court, in its decision on the BCCI case, they said no politician should join BCCI as chairman. Huh? So, a little bit of dichotomy there.
Sir,
What was that case?
Sir, I don't remember exactly the case.
Anurag Thakur was removed from chairmanship of BCCI.
Sir,
You are not aware. Huh?
Not aware.
Okay, no problem. Recently, Supreme Court has come out with a decision on the sub-classification of SCs and STs. What is your opinion about that? You think that's a good idea?
Sir, as Supreme Court said in Devinder Singh versus Union of Punjab case, that subcategorization of SC/ST, in my opinion, is a right step, and it will increase the representation of the communities of the SCs and STs who are not given the adequate benefits till now, and it will promote more equitable distribution of the benefit of the reservation.
How can this be implemented in a state? Let us say, how will they implement it? How did they sub-classify? Does Haryana have sub-classification already? No.
Sir, right now it doesn't have, but it is on the path of.
Okay. What will be done? How will they do it? You have any idea? No problem. Don't worry. Now you said you are interested in hackathons.
Yes, sir.
Is it ethical hackathon or unethical hackathon you are interested in?
Sir, in ethical hackathons.
Okay.
Mostly, yes, sir.
Okay.
In tech hackathons, I participated and following them from a long time.
What do you do in a hackathon?
Sir, basically, hackathon is it's a competition where we solve a problem. Through like a marathon, it's a continuously 2 or 3 days process where we are given a problem statement and we have to come with the solution. So, and different teams compete on the theme and find the best possible solution to the problem.
The Election Commission of India also came out with a hackathon challenge. Did you participate in that?
No, sir.
What was the challenge?
Sir, I wasn't aware about the election commission, but I once saw the Supreme Court also.
No, they wanted hackers to break the EVMs, but no one could do it. Huh? So next time you can try.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Now, in the hackathon thing, recently there was a huge problem all over the world when the computers crashed who were running Microsoft systems. Huh?
Yes, sir.
The problem was known as BSOD. What is BSOD?
Sir, it refers to blue screen of death.
Okay, what happened?
So, sir, there was a update on the Microsoft system across the world.
Mhm.
There was a cybersecurity update that Microsoft got in with the startup of cybersecurity,
Mhm.
but somehow that got into mishap, and the update didn't happen, and it led to error in the whole system of the Microsoft.
Pardhuman,
Yes, sir.
you studied in Rohtak, huh? Your father, what's he doing?
Sir, right now he is the MG Narega Ombudsman of Rohtak district.
What ombudsman? What is his role?
So, sir, he basically caters to the grievance redressal of the MG Narega workers and also takes suo moto action if there is a discrepancy in the MG Narega work in the rural areas of Rohtak district.
What Manrega scheme? What is the success rate? How do you rate it? Is it good or just a waste of national resources?
Sir, I believe Manrega scheme is a very good scheme and it acts as a backup for the rural economy, especially in the times of distress. If we see the case of the COVID-19, Manrega helped a lot of people in the rural areas when there was a reverse migration from the urban areas. Simultaneously, in rural areas, if we see the marginalized communities like SC/STs who do not get work during the lean season of the agriculture, they get work in the MG Narega. So I think MG Narega is a good scheme and should be promoted and can be taken to the next level.
But one reads some opposition parties saying that allocations have been reduced by government of India under Manrega. What do you say about that?
So there was a news like some states haven't got the Manrega distribution they are entitled to because the central government as it's a central sponsored scheme. So central government it's give 100% of the wages. So central government finds some discrepancies in the Manrega work in the state. So it blocked the payment of the wages to the state.
What type of malpractices, since your father is there, what type of malpractices or complaints that come to him?
Sir, there are multiple complaints. Sir, first can be said the wages of the Manrega are do not able to, despite DBT, not able to go directly into the bank account of the Manrega employees.
In Haryana, is there a digital way of handling these workers' attendance and the amount of work they have done?
Yes, sir.
What is the system?
Right now, we started the National Mobile Monitoring System (NMMS) in the Manrega. But there was also a case like it led to dehumanization of the Manrega work because grassroots people do not given the mobile phones that are needed for the online attendance, and even they are given the mobile phone, they do not know how to use it at the grassroots level. So there is a pros and the cons of the digitization.
Okay, right. Now, Rohtak, you talked about Rohtak. There's a lot of crime, gangsters coming up in Rohtak, in Haryana, and especially in Rohtak, Sonipat area. What is this new wave of gangsters?
Yes, sir. One can say there is like gangsters are coming up in.
What is this? What do you understand by this term, gangster?
So basically, it historically it refers to the Italian mafia that used to work, but after the 1983 Bombay blast, the Brian, it got a big name in the Indian scenario, and recently Lawrence Bishnoi, one of the famous people in this gangster list, he belongs to the in Haryana Punjab belt, so he got famous and the gangster got famous in the area.
In Rohtak area were the notorious ones.
No, sir, I don't believe that every area has some goods and bads. An exception can also be there. But if we take the negative, if it is the region Like there is a lot of reasons why people come to into these areas. Like there is unemployment and agriculture distress. So this can be a one of the things people motivate to join these kind of things.
Are the Rohtak guys, youngsters taking to crime? They say it's a wild west of India. Rohtak region.
No, sir, I don't believe Rohtak
Okay.
is.
All right.
So, we were just, my colleague was asking you about Manrega. I have a very serious issue. Please address that. Manrega, you are not getting employment, so you go there and work. Okay? But the intent was to create some infrastructure for at least that village or that unit.
Yes, ma'am.
But nothing is being created. What have you to say about that?
Ma'am, I beg to differ. It cannot be said nothing can be created.
So not a very substantial, tangible difference has come out. Because if I am employing somebody, there should be some output.
Yes,
It's a very basic thing that out of some input, if I'm investing some money and there should be some output, where is the output? And why it has not happened? If we rate something, we will rate the success of that scheme by the output.
yes, ma'am.
Just giving employment to some unemployed people, and that wages are so small, but still in that unit, the intent was something different. The intent was to make that unit a self-sufficient village or a area.
Yes, ma'am.
But it has not given us the legislative intent of that scheme.
Ma'am, I believe infrastructure has been created. If I also take example of my area, there are several canals and built. Simultaneously, MGNREGA scheme is also linked with the rural housing scheme. So, housing Manrega workers are used as a employers to create the infrastructure of rural homes at the villages. So, it will create a tangible infrastructure.
No, I'm not asking about the idealism. What has been created? Let's take the example which you are giving. What is the tangible result?
So when houses are created and people build themselves houses, or the BPL people through Manrega scheme, they able to get their houses. Which
That is all right. That's a very small thing. In a village, if somebody gets money from the Prime Minister's Awas Yojana,
Yes, ma'am.
then he himself takes the employment. He gets money from Manrega also and gets part of it from the PM scheme of housing.
Yes, ma'am.
And then a house is built. Because it is his house, he will build that. And what about the other schemes?
Ma'am, so
That every villager is not availing that Prime Minister's Awas Yojana.
ma'am, there is also Prime Minister Gram Sadak Yojana and a rural livelihood mission. Simultaneously,
So where the roads are made, no village can boast of that.
ma'am, if you can go to Haryana and see the villages, you can see that definitely roads are being built through Manrega
So you
scheme.
think that we don't have to tweak the Manrega program to make it more successful? It is fine. We are happy with that.
There is always scope there is a scope of
No,
improvement.
don't give me diplomatic answers. I'm asking you a direct question. Give me a direct answer. Whether it is a successful scheme or we need to review that. Yes or no?
Yes, is a successful scheme, but review can be taken, and skill development of the scheme under Project Unity can be taken up, and more infrastructure, robust infrastructure can be created.
Okay. Now my next question to you is again from Manrega only. Let's focus on the union budget last year. Why funds were shifted from the Manrega scheme to which scheme, and why it was done? There was a very big paradigm shift because allocation of Manrega was reduced to take it to some other scheme. Where did the money go?
Exactly, ma'am, I don't know.
Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. So there also we are creating employment. So it is not a good criticism of that allocation was reduced.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Let's leave Manrega. Tell me something about the PLI scheme of Government of India. What is your? Just review it for me. We all know what it is. Review it for me. What more steps we can take, or is it all right?
Production link incentive schemes create India. It led to
I said I know the scheme. You also know the scheme.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, if I ask you to review that, what will be your suggestions to government?
Ma'am, my suggestion will be first, what the good things it has done, like it increased the domestic production of the India.
I'm asking you, how do I make it better? Review in that regard. What more can be done there? Just a specific answer.
Firstly, PLI scheme only caters to the big companies who have certain turnover, so they get the benefits. So if benefits can be tweaked so that lower MSMEs.
So why big companies are given that benefit? There are sectors.
Yes, ma'am.
Small players are also can be there. All right, just and update yourself on that.
Yes, ma'am.
Pardhuman, you are from, you graduated from IIT Roorkee.
Yes, sir.
Very good. So tell me something, some history about IIT Roorkee. Which year it was established?
Sir, IIT Roorkee was established in 1857, and it was created to create a.
What was its name earlier?
Sir, it was earlier named the Thomson College of Engineering,
Very good.
and sir, it was created to create a Ganga canal, and to train Indian civil engineers who can help build this canal under the leadership of Sir Kotle, who was then the.
So which year it became IIT?
Sir, I think in 2001 it is given the status of IIT.
You think? Or it was, which year it was Roorkee University?
Sir, I don't know the exact year.
Okay. Biotechnology.
Yes, sir.
Which year it was established in Roorkee?
Sir, I don't remember the year.
No, and who was the first head of department of biotechnology?
Sir, I do not remember the first head.
C.V. Sharma.
Thank you, sir, for the information.
And it was 74. Anyway, what is the scope of biotechnology in India?
Sir, biotechnology has huge scope in India and the world. Sir, firstly, biotechnology can be used in industry, in transport. In transport, biotechnology can be used for biofuels, which help.
What I mean, so this is one. I mean, what
Yes,
else?
sir. Simultaneously in pharmaceutical sector, in diagnosis, sir, in vaccine technology, where new vaccines like mRNA vaccine, which were pivotal in the COVID-19 eradication. Fifth, sir, in combating climate change, where we can genetically engineer plants to absorb more CO2. Simultaneously, in reducing our eradication of TB and the recently
So
Prime Minister.
there is a great scope, you know.
Yes, sir. There is a great scope, and when leaders like Mark Zuckerberg has.
So the country need, you know, so many biotechnologists like you. Why you are coming to civil service?
Sir, I believe by joining civil service, I will able to motivate more people and able to see how biotechnology can able to cater to different fields if I given the opportunity. Like if I am become a biotechnologist, there will be one biotechnologist. But if I join civil service and see the things I do while joining a service, there will be more than 1,000 biotechnologists who I can inspire. So they get different fields. So
How you will do it? Suppose in Haryana you become collector of Rohtak.
yes, sir.
So how you will, you know, propagate biotechnology?
Sir, biotechnology can be used in Rohtak, like it's an agriculture district. So biotechnology can be used by different methods of fertilizers, pesticides, irrigation methods, and different agriculture. Simultaneously, in public health infrastructure, biotechnology has huge scope.
Okay, you have taken geography.
Yes, sir.
So how much is the area of Haryana, total area? How many square kilometer?
Sir, it is 44,542.
ठीक बताओ ना, डीजीपी साहब बैठे हुए हैं हरियाणा के बारे में.
Sir, it's 44,542 like square kilometer.
How much is our coastal area in India? How many kilometers is coastal area?
Sir, it's
East coast बता दीजिए. How much is east coast?
So East Coast, I don't know exactly. The total
Okay.
area is 7,500 kilometer, including the two
Very
islands.
good. Very good. What is the length of Himalaya?
So it 2,500 kilometer.
Very
approximately.
good. And how much is length of river Ganga?
So I do not remember the exact data.
वो भी इतनी है 2550 kilometer.
Thank you, sir, for the
How
information.
many states, you have river basin, Ganga river basin? How many states? You know Ganga basin?
Yes, sir.
How many tributaries of river Ganga?
Sir, exactly I don't know how many.
Okay.
Pardhuman, last week the Indian Prime Minister visited Kuwait.
Yes, sir.
Why Kuwait is so important? Means almost it was published in the newspaper. After 37 years, the
Yes, sir.
Indian Prime Minister visited. Can you correlate the importance? Why Kuwait is important for India?
Sir, there are multiple reasons. First, sir, Kuwait is an important partner in the Gulf region. Simultaneously, Kuwait is a GCC member. So, if in our long-term goal of FTA with GCC, Kuwait can play a vital role. Simultaneously, Kuwait exports some subsequent quantity of crude oil, which 85% of the Indian population is dependent on. Simultaneously, lots of
Oil is one part.
Yes, sir.
What are the other parts?
Sir, our FTA with GCC, our diaspora who lives in the Kuwait is also important. Simultaneously, Middle East is a huge geopolitical important region. So having a good partner in the in the Gulf region, it's a huge importance for India. Simultaneously, the part of the extended neighborhood for India, and it matches with the look west policy of India.
Locust policy
Yes,
with
sir.
India. So what is happening in Bangladesh? Something is not very dear to India. Is it internal problem of Bangladesh? We should not get involved. Or now it is high time for India to act. What should we do?
Sir, what should we do is we should constantly engage with the Bangladesh, because it's not the party or any single people we have the ties with. It is with the ties of the people of the Bangladesh. That's are the most important for us. And we have a 4,500 kilometer with the Bangladesh, and it lives along the Indian border, and it's a huge geopolitical importance connecting the India with the northeast region. Simultaneously, in case of there's a junta in the Myanmar, and there's a Manipur program that is going
So
on.
if Bangladesh goes against India, and it seems, what kind of challenges we could face? What are the things have been done in the last 12 to 14 years? Uh, will it be reversed or will it be changed?
Sir, what we if Bangladesh goes against India, things that can be go bad is first it will pivot Bangladesh to China, which is a detrimental to India regional security and foreign policy. Simultaneously, it will lead to uh, regional instability, because it will deter the India's connectivity with the northeast. Simultaneously, sir, there is a illegal migration that happens through the Bangladesh and India corridors that can be something problematic.
The insurgency is one of the problem in India's northeast.
Yes, sir.
Terrorism is another problem. What are the basic difference between insurgency and terrorism? Are they same?
No, sir, they are not the same thing. Uh, Insurgency is by the people of the region who do not harm the civilians of the region, but they cater to the state. They are against the state. But terrorism harms the local people and the people of the region and the local, and they are also against the state. So this is the
And
basic difference.
very good. Legitimacy is more accepted in insurgent group. They are for fighting for the cause of a community. Is it?
Yes, sir. They are fighting for the cause of community.
So, when we look at the problems in the Northeast, and especially in the last 2 years, Manipur, so do you believe that insurgency in the Northeast is still alive? It has not been completely mitigated?
Sir, we have seen simultaneously a decrease in the insurgency in the Northeast. The May 3, 2023 incident was a rare event that happened due to several reasons. But the dropping down of the AFSPA rule and the...
ठीक है Pardhuman, ठीक.
Thank you, Pradhan. Just wait for a minute or so, we will call you back.
Thank you, sir.